to some degree, the industry, not just Giant, but the industry alone, can be, I guess, a bit guilty for pushing really hard on 29. 29er wasn't right for some markets, for some countries, but we pushed really hard. We had a huge marketing push. Giant was certainly part of that push as well. And now here we are, 1 year later, talking about 27.5 and why it's the right wheel size. Well, what I can say is that the best thing to do as a consumer is to really test ride the three wheel sizes themselves and determine which one's the right one for them. But we feel as a brand, 27.5 is the future of off-road technology. Eventually, most of our complete product line will be 27.5. Why? Because we've done our research. We spent 2 years investigating the pros and cons of 26, 27.5 versus 29. We've got all the math, all the science in the world to prove, at least to us first of all, that 27.5 is the right wheel size for acceleration, for a contact patch, for weight, all of these key features that we see being the ultimate answer to what every off-road rider needs, no matter their height, no matter what types of trail they ride, no matter what type of bike they're riding, 27.5 is the right solution for that off-road rider.
Because we can do our own prototyping and research and development in-house, we have tested numerous bikes with a variety of wheel sizes. And ultimately what we've decided is that there's a certain point in range of travel at which a 27.5-inch wheel will start to separate itself from a 26. And in our research anyway, we've found that range of travel is about 140 millimeters of travel or 150 millimeters of travel. Anything below that, there's not a whole lot of performance difference between a 26-inch wheel and a 27.5-inch wheel. So for us, where you want speed and stability, it's always a 2.9er. When you want something that is a bit more flickable, a bit more playful, you like the fact that it might kick out when you're least expecting it, and you're riding 140 millimeters of travel or more, then a 27.5 is a great option.
It's really difficult because you start getting into a marketing battle about whether to go 650 or whether to go with the 29er. At Stevens, we've allowed our engineers to do the talking. So what we've actually achieved is that all the models below 14 inch in their wheel frame run on the 650B wheel size, so that the smaller rider gets the advantage of a slightly bigger rolling wheel but still maintains that balanced geometry for handling and a better ride. Above that, as soon as we reach the 16-inch frame, we move back to the 29er wheel. If you have a tall rider, you're going to end up stretching out on the 650B, so the wheel doesn't deliver quite the advantage that you'd want from it. Whereas if you utilise the 29er in the bigger sizes, we can actually keep the bike riding better. Again, the smaller rider, the smaller wheel works better for that shorter rider. It allows more weight over that front end. You don't end up pushing the fork so high, so you can get that weight into the steering, which is most important. If you haven't got that confidence in your steering and that grip, as a rider, you're not going to perform. So it's about letting our engineers work with the different heights of rider, understand what the different issues are with the wheel sizes.
We decided to build 650 as replacement for 26-inch, standard 26-inch. So we intend to have smaller bikes for smaller people and larger bikes for taller people. Basically, our 650 stops at a body height of 1.85 centimeters, meters, and so from then we say, hey, big wheels of course are good, so use a 29-inch one.
I really think 27.5 is going to be very, very important in the 2014 season. Some people were really finding that the 29er wheel was not quite as agile perhaps, and it needed something a little bit for maybe your enduro and some of your downhill markets. So then came in the 27.5. And again, you've got a few more spikes in the ground, so a little bit more traction, better rolling resistance. It's not such a dramatic change as it is going from 26 to 29. It's kind of some middle ground, So you're getting some technical capability and still fast rolling resistance and the extra grip. So we make 27.5 at lots and lots of different price points. They're not more expensive than the 26 or the 29. So we're not saying your 26 is useless, but we're just saying when it's time for a new bike, this is another option for you.
The industry seems to be split between the wheel sizes 29, 650B. I think everyone's agreed that 26 is fading fast, if not already gone.
26 is not dead, no. 26 will stay on technical downhill courses, jump bikes, and for some regular riders that just want a little bike, towpath, ride to work, it's still going to be great for those customers. But we think perhaps in a cheaper hardtail market it will remain for a little bit longer.
26 is absolutely gone for sure. The big question on our mind here at Giant is how much longer will 29 be available? And we essentially have an end game for 29. We're not stupid. We're not going to discontinue our 29er line immediately because we realize that some people, some markets still really require that product. We're going to offer that solution. But for the long-term future, we truly believe in 27.5, and that's really where we're going to focus our engineering efforts for the future.
I'm not interested in saying, hey, we are doing only 29-inch, or we are doing only 650. That's, in my opinion, it makes no sense. So there is a bike for each and every purpose. So it makes a difference. So I think both sizes. I believe that 26-inch is almost dead, but I think 29-inch and 650 will have a bright future, and even this mixed one. So we have a lot of companies doing already this with even 26 and 650, and I saw some US bikes even mixing 30-inch and 29-inch. So they must be very tall there.